Rome, 39 AD. The emperor rises before 250,000 Romans, not to honor a general, not to announce a victory, to praise his horse. How did Rome end up here? Gaius Julius Caesar Germanicus, the boy soldiers nicknamed Caligula, Little Boots, after the miniature military sandals he wore as a child following his father's legions, was never supposed to rule alone. He was the last surviving son of Germanicus, Rome's most beloved general, and Agrippina, granddaughter of Augustus himself. When Emperor Tiberius died in 37 AD, the Senate and the people welcomed Caligula as a return to Rome's golden bloodline. For a few months, he delivered. He recalled exiles, he canceled unpopular taxes, he staged games the people adored. Then he fell ill, and when he recovered, something in him had changed. What followed became the most notorious 4 years in the history of the Roman Empire, a reign so strange that ancient historians still argue whether we are reading history or the most effective smear campaign in Roman politics. It starts with his horse. Incitatus lived in a marble stable, ate from an ivory manger, wore a jeweled collar. A household of servants existed for no purpose but him. Before races, Caligula ordered an entire district of Rome silenced, so his horse could sleep undisturbed. At state banquets, Incitatus reclined at the table itself, and senators, men who had governed provinces and commanded legions, were expected to raise a toast to the animal's health. And then Caligula went further than any of it. He announced that Incitatus would be elevated to the consulship, one of the 2 highest offices in Rome, the position that once commanded armies and shaped the laws of the Republic. Historians still debate whether he ever intended to follow through, but the message needed no follow-through to land. If a horse could hold the office senators had spent their lives clawing toward, then the office, and the men who held it, meant nothing at all. It was theater, and it was a threat dressed as a joke. But humiliating senators wasn't enough. Soon, ordinary Romans discovered they could become part of the spectacle too. Suetonius records that when the supply of condemned criminals ran short for the arena's animal executions, Caligula solved the problem a different way. He ordered guards to seize spectators from the crowd itself, ordinary Romans sitting in the stands to watch, and throw them to the beasts instead. According to the account, before they were dragged away, he had their tongues cut out first, so their protests of innocence could never be heard. Whether every detail is exact truth or embellishment written by historians who despised him, one thing is consistent across every surviving source. Caligula treated Roman lives, citizen and senator alike, as entertainment, disposable, interchangeable, his to spend. By January of 41 AD, the men closest to him had had enough. Praetorian Guard officers, alongside senators who had spent years swallowing their fear, cornered Caligula in a palace corridor and stabbed him more than 30 times. He was 28 years old. He had ruled for less than 4 years. History still can't decide whether Caligula was insane or whether Rome simply wanted the world to believe he was. If this story deserved a place in the archive, hit subscribe. There are more emperors, more empires, and more secrets waiting to be uncovered.